What's up, guys? It's B Wade. I have 5 NBA picks for Thursday night's NBA games. I'm going to walk you guys through them and show you why I like them, why I'm putting my money on them, and kind of walk you through that research and analysis process I went through. And ultimately, you can decide if you want to tail, leave it alone, fade, whatever. Looking at today's picks, they're pretty much all still playing. There were a lot of late 10 p.m. games tonight, and so that's where we ended up putting most of our picks. So I don't think any of our slips have finished yet, whether it's free or VIP, but looking at the game picks that I gave out for VIP, we are 4-1 right now. We're absolutely cooking. And then I also gave out a free pick on my Instagram story today, plus 220 parlay on the Barcelona game. That cash sweat free. So if you guys aren't following me on Instagram, you should. I give out free picks on there, and they hit at a pretty solid rate when I do. And then look, VIP, there's 2 ways you guys can get in there. You can use code NBA. You're going to get 80% off, pay less than $10 to get all my picks for the next week. There's a link down below in the description for my winnable page. You go there. When you get to the checkout, use code NBA. It'll be 80% off. The other option, sign up with one of the apps I tell you about in this video, Underdog, Sleeper, or any of the apps down below in the description. You use my code, make any size deposit, and then take a screenshot and send it to me, and I'll hook you up with that free week of VIP. And look, I promote these apps because I use them, because they are, in my opinion, the best apps out there, and they have some of the best promos, best sign-up bonuses. And so there's a reason that I'm promoting them. So if there's an app in the description, or even better, an app that I use in this video, you should check it out. It will help you make money, guys. On top of that, I am giving away the signed Paolo Banchero jersey this month. I do a giveaway every month. It'll be the 6th jersey I give away. So I'll tell you more about that later in the video, but it's just a way for me to give back and say thank you to you guys. Let's start getting into these picks, though. Starting out with Trey Young, over 34.5 points and assists, and this number is gonna bump before the game tips off. I mean, you look at it, and he's hitting it at a 70% rate over the last 30 games. If we break it down even farther, you look over the last 17 games, he's only missed it 3 times. Like, he is hitting this at a really solid rate, and the 3 teams he missed it against were the Clippers, Houston, and then the Knicks. Like, these are 2 of the best defensive teams in the league. The Knicks aren't bad either. He's going up against the Nets in this game. When we look at him head-to-head against them, he's dropped 42 and 40 in his 2 head-to-head games against them. This line is just too low, and all of the data screams over here. So I am taking Trey Young over 34.5 points and assists. Next, I'm taking Keon Johnson over 1.5 3-pointers made. So he's hit this in 5 straight games now. He's also hit it in 9 out of the last 12. Really solid rate. And then you come down here and you look, and they're not good at defending any of the 3-point territories, right? 26th and 25th in the NBA defending the corners. 21st in the NBA at defending the above the break 3. And then they are 22nd in the NBA at defending spot-up shooters, which is how he scores the majority of his points. He also scores a lot in transition, pick-and-roll ball handler. They're bad at defending all of them. This is a great matchup for him. When you look head-to-head, he just dropped 4 threes on him less than a month ago, right back here. And I expect him to do it again, guys. He's been doing it consistently, and the data tells us take the over. And then I'm taking Okongwu over 16.5 points. So he hasn't hit this consistently in the last 30, right? But we look at his last 2 games, he's cooked. He went for 27 and 30. And the 30 piece was against Orlando, which is really surprising. It's a good defense, and they have good big men. Utah, that's kind of whatever. But when you come down here, you look, he scores 64% of his points in the restricted area. That's their worst defensive territory on the court, and that's where he scores the most. This is a perfect matchup for him. They're not good at defending pick and roll man. Well, they're average at it. They're not good at, they give up a ton of free throws. They're decent at defending putback, and then like everything else, they're bad at, right? So, and then 11 out of 15 similar players have gone over their points line against the Nets. So pretty consistently, players like him go over. When we look head-to-head, he's gone over in both games against them with a 28 piece and a 21. Again, all of the data is telling me to go over. So I'm rocking Okongwu over 16.5 points. You'll see that slip on the screen here, guys. We're getting just about 8x for this 3-man on Underdog. Underdog gave us a 60% profit boost today. I usually get a few every week. Underdog is one of my favorite apps because of all the profit boosts, the discounted picks, the free picks they give us. And one of the best sign up bonuses where they're going to double your first deposit up to $1,000 when you use code BWADE. Underdog's great. I use it every single day, guys. If you are not using this app and you're in a state where it's legal, you should really check it out. If nothing else, to take advantage of the sign-up bonus, that's free money, and take advantage of the promos they give us. So check out Underdog, deposit whatever you want, use code BWADE, and then take a screenshot, send it to me on Instagram. I'll give you that free week of VIP. And then looking at the signed Paolo jersey, y'all, like I said, I've already given out 5 other jerseys. We've done signed Ray Lewis, Jamar Chase, and then 3 signed SGA jerseys. And it's my way to say thank you to you guys. It's a fun community. Like 98% of you guys are super positive, and I like doing this, so it's my way to say thank you. Paolo is one of my favorite young players in the game, and so I was excited when I saw the opportunity to pick it up and give it out to one of you guys. So make sure to like, subscribe, and drop a comment on this video. You'll be entered to win it, and I do the drawing at the end of every month. Now let's get into these next 2 players. I'm taking Giannis over, and look, we got him at 26.5 points on Sleeper. So if you guys, right when you watch this video, check Sleeper and see if you can grab this at 26.5. It's already bumped twice since I put it in, but either way, I like it at 28.5 still. He had hit this in 7 straight games up until the last game where he missed it against Minnesota, going up against Rudy Gay, one of the better defensive big men in the league. But he was consistently going over 30 every night, and he's going up against a dream matchup where they are ranked 3rd worst in the NBA at defending the restricted area. That's where Giannis scores all of his points. They are 2nd worst at defending transition. That's how he scores the majority of his points, right? He doesn't have any head-to-head matchups against them. They played back in the beginning of March, and he missed that game, so we don't have any data there. But, guys, this is a perfect matchup for Giannis, and I don't see any way that he doesn't clear this line. I'm pairing that up with Bruce Brown over 11.5. So he's hit this in, 6 out of his last 9 games. He's going pretty consistently, and there's nobody on this New Orleans team that can score, really. I mean, you're looking at, like, Jose Alvarado, Misi, like, they just don't have much on there. Bruce Brown's able to score. He's been scoring. We look head-to-head. He's dropped 17 and 16 on them. 16 just, like, 2 weeks ago. Not even. 3 days ago they played. And he dropped 16 on them. So I think this is a really solid matchup for Bruce Brown to come out with at least 12 points. Like I said, he's been consistently hitting this number, and so I'm locking in Bruce Brown over 11.5 here. We're getting 3.1x for this on Sleeper, and Sleeper is one of my favorite apps. They give us great 2-man payouts. As you can see, we're getting 3.1x for this, and we're getting Giannis 2 points lower than anyone else had him. Every other app I checked had him at 28.5. We got him at 26.5 on Sleeper and got the better payout. They also put their lines up super early. They give us tons of different promos every day, 7 to 10 different promos that are all going to be profit boosts, discounted props, and then one of the best sign-up bonuses out there, right? When you make your first $5 bet, they give you $55 in free bets. All you have to do is use code BWADE when you sign up, deposit whatever you want, as little as $5. You make that first bet, and they give you $55 in free bets to play with. It's free money, y'all. Like, if you don't have Sleeper yet, because I don't know how long this promo is going to be around, right? So if you don't have Sleeper yet, pause this video, download it, use code BWADE, throw a couple bucks in there, get $55 for free, and then take a screenshot, send it to me on Instagram, and I'll hook you up with that free week of VIP. It is a win-win, guys. Not going to find a better deal anywhere, or a better promo, honestly. So check out Sleeper, and then there's a website I use called Player Profit. It used to only be available for professional bettors. They've opened it up to the public, and what it is they give you a bankroll to bet with. So now you can bet with $5,000, $10,000 of other people's money, and first you have to pass a test. You have to show them you're a profitable bettor, and then once you pass it, they give you the actual money to bet with, and every time you win, you get to keep 70% of that money. So you can pay $30. They give you a $1,000 bankroll to play with, and you pass that challenge. You start playing with real money. You win a $500 bet. They give you $350 of it to keep. It's pretty simple. Everything's on there. You'll also get 10% off whatever challenge you decide to do when you use code BWADE. I made over $23,000 last month on player profit. That's in 1 month. I made over 23 grand. Like, you don't have to keep betting 6 and 7 man parlays to try and win $2,000. You can make one bet for $3,000. When it cashes, you get 2,100. It's that simple. Check out player profit. Use code BWADE and get that 10% off, guys. I appreciate y'all watching this video. Make sure to like, subscribe, and drop a comment so you can be entered to win that Paolo jersey. Let's make some money, boys.